All right, you guys, I think we should start a series called Thoughts with Alicia in the shower. So Alicia's shower thoughts, let's put it that way. But we're going to have to do it in my car on the way to the gym or in between clients because it's probably inappropriate if we do it in the shower. That probably would get us banned. But I did have this thought in the shower and it's been resonating with me since Wednesday now. It just keeps coming up and up. And so I was like, I just gotta like spit it out, right? It helps us when we verbalize what we're mulling over. It helps us kind of process it. So maybe while I process this for myself, it'll help you process it for yourself as well. So I think some of you probably know my rituals that I make sure I do on a daily basis that really allow me to have a sense of just connectedness. And one of them is when I get in the shower in the mornings, I turn on praise music and listen to it while I'm showering and getting ready to go to my first clients. And it just sets my day wonderfully. And on Wednesday, as I got in the shower, and this artist that's one of my favorite artists, his name's Aaron. So anyways, Joshua Aaron is actually his name. And he's one of my favorite artists. And the song started playing of his. And immediately I was overwhelmed with gratitude for Joshua being a man who stepped into his calling, because as I stepped into the shower, I was just like full of gratitude towards this space that had been created that I could just step into and rest, and a high awareness that the only reason I had that was because of him doing what he was supposed to be doing, because he knew his purpose and he knew his calling that God had put on his life. And he was willing to stand on that and go do the thing that he knew he was called to do. Regardless of naysayers, regardless of he has a family, regardless of all those things, he heard the purpose and the calling that he was created to do. And because he was brave enough to do the hard things and do the work, to walk on the path that he'd been called to do, I'm standing in my shower in this beautiful, glorious atmosphere and space that's been created because of him. And that hit me super hard. It hit me with gratitude, and it also then hit me with the backstory of that, right? Because I know musicians, I'm not a musician, I don't play anything, and I promise you, when I'm singing the praise and worship in the shower, Jay is probably like, yes, you are not a musician. But I know that for me as a businesswoman, people have naysayed my dreams or said, oh, who do you think you are? Or I've said to myself, who do you think you are? Right? And in that, I have to make a choice whether to be brave and move forward or not. But when you look at somebody like a musician, we as a society often are like, oh, they're artsy fartsy. Oh, they just don't want to get a real job. Oh, they think the world owes them something. They should be able to pursue their passion while the rest of us are grunting it out. That's a lot of bullshit that they have to withstand to go do their thing. But when they do, and they create this beautiful environment for us to enjoy, them being brave enough to forego the naysayers blesses us. And in this capacity, over and over and over again, I mean, the recording that I was listening to was done years ago. And here I am sitting in my shower. He lives in Israel and I'm in the United States, and a half a world away, I'm being blessed through years and years. And I thought about, where am I personally not being brave enough to stand? And what is that taking from the world? Because Joshua Aaron and his braveness was creating this space for me because he was doing the thing he was called to do, right? And in doing the thing that he was called to do, he became a conduit for this blessing I was having. And I believe that all of us, every one of us, I'm not anything special. We have a calling though. And that when we step into it allows us to create something special in the world. And I'm a businesswoman, so I'm not doing the same kinds of things or creating the same kinds of miracles that an artist can do for us in that kind of moment. But I have something important that I'm supposed to be doing, and you have something important that you're supposed to be doing. And I wondered if I'm being brave enough. And I've been chewing on that. And then it made me think maybe I should come and ask you, are you being brave enough? Are you brave enough to listen to the voice of the thing that you were created to do more than you listen to the man in the arena? That's one of my favorite poems. Go check it out if you don't know what it is. Because the man in the arena, the peanut gallery, if you will always say the shit because they're not in the fight. But if you know your calling, you better rise up to the fight. So I'm putting that on me, but I've been chewing on it for the last couple of days, so I thought I would share it with you. What do you think? Have you listened to the man in the arena more than you've been listening to the voice that you know helps you understand what your purpose and your calling is, that you should be boldly stepping into so that you can create a space to bless somebody the way that Joshua Aaron blessed me? Let me know what you think.